There's another drill that we can do that will also train your eyes to recognise where the edge of the cue ball is and get familiar with that, which will have the side effect of reducing this address distance to cue ball. It's also a great centre cue ball test. I don't know if we've done this before actually. The push practice, where the tip has to touch the white here, and from a touching start,
We've done that.
just push the ball forward. It's good for cue control because it gets you resting the tip against the white and getting comfortable with that.
Alien, yeah.
Yeah, totally alien. Perfect. Very good. Very good first effort. That was perfect because it was silent, a silent push. If you have a look from 90 degrees over there, if I go touching and then start here, there's a 1 mil gap, isn't there?
Yeah.
Listen to the contact.
Oh yeah, you can hear it, right?
So sound indicates you've not done it properly.
So it's got to be static.
Yeah, I like to hold it there for a second,
Yeah.
get comfortable with it, make sure the cue is still, and then push it forward. Yeah.
Q-tip slipped off the cue ball slightly there.
Well,
Felt it.
the cue ball went to the left of the pocket, didn't it?
Yeah.
What side were you addressing then?
Yeah, I couldn't have been centre, could I?
So what side was it? The cue ball pushed left.
It must have been slightly right to have pushed it left.
It was.
Yeah.
And the beauty, the whole point of the silent push is that it magnifies any off-centre
Right,
strike.
okay.
You probably would have only needed to be half a mil off-centre,
Absolute
a
fraction.
mil maybe to go over here.
Right, okay.
There's a slight noise there,
Yeah.
slight contact sound. And gradually moving the distance back here as we get confident potting the ball and bring the distance back to make it tougher.
That's difficult.
Touch your right hand side then.
Yeah.
So you might have been 2 mil off centre there to push the white that much.
Mm.
But with a 1 mil gap to the white ball, you would have potted that.
Yeah.
What you can do to help is if you visualise the black line, or this line here, from the highest part of the cue ball to the lowest. Imagine that before you approach the table. From the highest part of the cue ball down to the lowest, imagine a thick black line to help you find the centre of the cue ball and then approach to that line.
To be honest, I think I am, but it feels like when I'm pushing through, I'm not pushing through straight. I feel like I must be.
That'll be less of an issue actually than how much
So it
side
is
you're
more
putting
where
on.
I'm.
It is, yes.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
it is, yeah. Did you hear the sound?
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
touch your right hand side again, isn't it?
Yeah.
So again, visualise that big black line. There you go. From the highest part of the white to the lowest, where it's touching the table.
Sure I'm dead on, I'm sure I am.
Well,
I can't be, but it feels like I am.
yeah, just deliver straight no matter what.
Yeah.
The touch of right hand side there. Of this distance, it's much more demanding. Just hand straight through to the chest when you're ready. I want you to stay in position to see where the tip is finished. It only counts as a result if the tip finished pointing to the pocket. You've got to stay down until the white touches the cushion or the pocket, okay? Put a bit of right on that again. Stay in position. Don't move, don't move, don't move. You see how much the tip's lifted there?
Oh.
That may have contributed. If you're lifting on impact, it may have, that can help to push it off to the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can squeeze the cue ball out. Just dead centre cue ball. There's a bit of a contact noise there. The cue delivery was straight. Again, just stay in position. Got it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there I was just drawing that line from the top of the white to the bottom of the white. When I was down on the shot, actually, just drawing that black line, top of the white to bottom of the white, to help me see the centre of the ball a bit more easily. No, you've got to stay down until it hits
sorry.
the cushion.
Forgot.
Otherwise you lose your feedback.
I think because I played such a bad shot that I
Doesn't
was
matter.
immediately off it. I know it doesn't.
Yeah, in fact,
Make sure I don't.
stay down longer when you play a bad shot.
Yeah.
Stay down double the time. The worse the shot, the longer you stay down. Now hold it there. Did you hear a noise?
Yeah.
So that doesn't count. Even if it doesn't count, you still stay down until it hits the cushion. Just to build that discipline, check the delivery was straight. Stay in position. Is there a sound?
Very fractional, yeah.
Very fractional, yeah. But we still did get a push off, didn't we, there?
chasing the white one.
Hold it there, don't move. The cue straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's right hand side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was silent, the cue was straight, that means we have right hand side. Visualise that up and down black line a couple of times. You're also aiming the ball here. I want you to aim it here. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Now you're in the centre of the pocket. Stop. Stay. Was there a sound? Was the cue straight?
Cue was fairly straight. I don't think there was a sound that time, but it must have just pushed right ahead.
Cue wasn't perfectly straight. It ended up here.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So stay down longer and check that. Yeah, that's correct aiming, just in there. Stay in position. Is the cue straight?
Right pocket, right corner.
Just
Yeah.
feels very slightly off.
Yeah.
And you heard the noise, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you hear the contact?
Yeah.
So that doesn't count. Let's count it only if it's silent and the cue is straight.
Yeah.
You came off it, you were touching, and then you came off it. That's it, hold the tip there. Before you push, just imagine that vertical line up and down the centre of the ball. Push when you're ready. Make it a bit easier for you, I'll just do this, so you can push the tip up against the wire. Visualise that black up and down line to highest part of ball and lowest. Bit lower, I want it dead centre. Bit lower, bit lower. That's dead centre now.
Ah, not I'm aiming too high then.
Yeah, yeah, it's got to be dead centre. Slightly higher. That's dead centre there, and push. No, you hit the ball by doing that.
Yeah.
You were touching, but then it was a 2mm backswing and a hit.
Difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, because the brain doesn't understand about just pushing the ball.
Yeah.
It's not how we normally play, is it? But it will help with this, you follow through as well. And a side effect of this.
It's force you to follow through of it.
It does.
Yeah.
You have to follow through to the chest and smoothly as well. You can't snatch it. Okay, hold it there. Push forward a little bit. That's it. Hold it there. And push to the chest. That's it. Hold it. Is the cue straight?
Yep.
We've got one! Well done.
Thank you.
We got there
difficult.
in the end.
Difficult.
But over, what's that, 10, 20 shots we played, your eyes calibrate quite quickly to seeing where the middle of the white is.
I was hitting too high most of the time.
Yeah, you were, and that makes it easier to push off slightly and
yeah.
exaggerates the side a little bit more. But then the tip will tend to ride up the cue ball. But perfect height and perfect speed as well. What did you learn from that drill?
Where I thought I was hitting the centre of the cue ball, I wasn't.
You mean height-wise?
Height-wise.
And also laterally?
Probably more height, I think.
Yeah, you were probably...
Well, where that is, where one or two.
Probably here, about here and here.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Now we've gone down here and corrected a little bit. It's all about seeing what is real, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
A really powerful drill. It's so simple.
Mm.
The guys in the club might think you're a bit weird. What's he doing there? But this is one of the best routines I've ever discovered.
Yeah, I certainly haven't tried this one before.
Mm.
Yeah.
In terms of finding centre ball, the traditional way is up and down the spots,
yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
If you stand over here, look, I want to show you a big disadvantage of that. Apart from ruining the cloth with a huge tram line,
Yeah.
and annoying the club owner. Now look, these lights, generally they're centre, aren't they, of the table? Not always, but most of the time. That's giving you a false guide, isn't it, to centre cue ball. Look at the light above the black and above the white. It's showing you where centre cue ball is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's artificial. It's like riding a bike with stabilisers.
Mm.
It's not a proper test. And also, if you're that amount off centre, half a mil or a millimetre, this push practice will reveal it.
Mm.
But this, the side, will probably have dissipated by the time it hits the cushion.
Yeah, if you hit it gently, for sure.
Yeah, and that's if the cushion bounces straight as well.
Yeah. You're also not using that follow through. You could get away without pushing right through the
Yes.
cue ball as well.
Yes, so for you particularly, this is training that smooth push to the chest.
Yeah.
Smooth push to the chest. And what's happening there is your hand is staying there after you deliver, and it will train you to stay in that position until the ball hits the cushion or the pocket, which is a good discipline in and of itself. So I think this type of drill can help train that muscle memory of push and stay into your normal game. Does that all make sense?
Absolutely, yeah. I was having to relax that grip as well to get the cue ball to touch the tip to touch the cue ball.
Yeah.
So that in itself is doing
A world of good in its own right, yeah.
Yeah.
And probably you're going to educate the hand that it doesn't need to really tighten on delivery like we saw earlier today.
Yeah. In fact, you've got to do the opposite with that particular shot. Yeah.
Start relaxed, stay relaxed.
Yeah.
And like when you played Ronnie the other day in that exhibition, how relaxed he is a joy to behold, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, it's just so...
Yeah. Free, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great stuff. Any questions on that drill?
Not on that drill. That's something I'll enjoy practicing.
Well done. The myths of eye preference, eye strength and eye dominance. This is one of my favourite subjects because it's misexplained so often